Okay, so anyone out there working in clinical trials, you know what I'm talking about, right?
The mountain of paperwork.
Spreadsheets, invoices, it never ends.
I can feel like you're drowning sometimes.
Totally.
Yeah.
And, it's funny because we're trying to bring these, amazing new treatments to patients.
Life-saving therapies.
Right, exactly.
Hmm.
And yet we're stuck in this, administrative black hole.
Well, the good news is there might be a way out.
Oh,
Tell me more.
automation. And we're not just talking about robots in the lab.
No. I actually had a chance to look at this report by the Global Costing Task Force.
Interesting group.
Yeah, and it really got me thinking about how we can leverage automation to streamline the financial side of trials.
The financial side is really key because it touches so many aspects of a trial.
Budgeting, contracts, invoices, payments, the list goes on.
And think about all the time we spend on those tasks.
Hours and hours, right?
Exactly, hours that could be spent on things that directly impact patient care or research. And that's what really struck me about this report. They talk about how automation can free up our teams to focus on higher value work.
And that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? To improve patient outcomes.
Absolutely. So let's dig into some specifics here. The report highlights budgeting and invoicing as two prime candidates for automation.
Makes sense. Those are often the most time-consuming and error-prone processes.
And errors can have serious consequences, right?
Absolutely. They can lead to delays, cost overruns, and even jeopardize the integrity of the trial data.
Which is why I love this phrase from the report, hitting payment bullseyes every time.
It's a great way to put it because automation can really bring that level of precision and accuracy to financial management.
So imagine a world where you don't have to chase down invoices or reconcile spreadsheets at midnight.
It's a beautiful thought, isn't it?
It is. And, it's not just about saving time and reducing stress. It's also about improving compliance.
Right. Fewer errors means smoother audits and less scrutiny from regulators.
Which ultimately builds trust in the trial data.
Exactly. And that trust is essential for advancing scientific knowledge and bringing new therapies to market.
So we've been talking about the financial side of things, but, in our outline, we also touched on patient recruitment as another area ripe for automation.
Oh, absolutely. Recruitment is often the biggest bottleneck in clinical trials.
Because finding the right patients who meet all the criteria is like finding a needle in a haystack.
Exactly. And it can take months or even years to enroll enough patients.
Which delays the whole trial process.
But AI-powered tools can really change the game here.
How so?
Well, they can sift through massive amounts of patient data, identify potential candidates, and even help with pre-screening.
So it's like having a digital matchmaker for clinical trials.
In a way, yes. And this can significantly speed up the recruitment process.
Okay, so you've got me convinced automation is a game changer for finances and recruitment. But what about other aspects of trial management?
Well, I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Yeah.
Well, data collection, for example. We're collecting more data than ever before in clinical trials, but managing it manually is a nightmare.
Oh, I know it, and it's so easy to make mistakes.
Right. But with automated systems, data can be collected, cleaned, and analyzed much more efficiently.
Which reduces the risk of errors and makes the data more reliable.
Exactly. And that leads to better decision-making throughout the trial.
This reminds me of a trial I worked on a few years back. We had a major setback because of a simple data entry error.
Oh, I've been there. It's amazing how one small mistake can have such a big impact.
Exactly. And if we'd had some of these automation tools in place back then, it could have been prevented.
It highlights the importance of not just speed, but also accuracy and reliability.
Absolutely. And I think this is just the beginning. We're going to see automation play a larger role in things like remote patient monitoring.
Oh, for sure. And data analysis, regulatory reporting. The possibilities are really exciting.
So it sounds like we're on the cusp of a major transformation in how clinical trials are run.
I think so. And for all of us who are tired of drowning in admin work, that's a very welcome development.
It is, and it makes you wonder what we could achieve if we could free up all that time and energy. What could we do with all those extra hours?
That's the question I hope everyone listening will ponder. How can we leverage automation to not just streamline our work, but to truly drive innovation and improve patient outcomes?
It's a great question, and one that I think we'll be exploring more and more in the years to come.
I agree. The future of clinical trials is looking brighter and more automated by the day.
And that's a good thing for everyone involved.
Absolutely.